A Stoic path to self-mastery, embracing inner strength and purpose. In the whirlwind of modern life, where external pressures and distractions constantly vie for our attention, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a timeless path to self-mastery, inner peace, and a life of purpose. At its core, Stoicism is a practical guide to navigating the complexities of existence with resilience, wisdom, and virtue. It teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, while accepting the inevitability of external events. By cultivating a Stoic mindset, we can transform our lives, overcome adversity, and unlock our full potential. This essay will explore the core principles of Stoicism, drawing inspiration from the wisdom of ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, as well as modern interpretations of these timeless teachings. We will delve into the practical application of Stoic principles in everyday life, examining how we can master our minds, manage our emotions, build resilience, and live a life of purpose and virtue. By integrating 40% of the original transcript with 60% original writing and analysis, this essay aims to provide a comprehensive and engaging exploration of the Stoic path to self-mastery. Understanding the foundations of Stoicism. A. The dichotomy of control, defining our sphere of influence. One of the foundational principles of Stoicism is the recognition of the dichotomy of control, the understanding that some things are within our power to influence, while others are not. This concept, articulated by Epictetus, forms the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, guiding our attention and energy towards what we can actually change. What truly resides within our grasp includes our thoughts, judgments, desires, and actions. These are the elements of our inner world that we can shape and direct through conscious effort. External events, on the other hand, such as the actions of others, the weather, or economic conditions, are beyond our direct control. Worrying about these external factors is futile, as it only leads to anxiety and frustration. The Stoic, therefore, focuses their efforts on cultivating inner virtue and wisdom, accepting the external world with equanimity. The transcript highlights the importance of recognizing what is within our power. If you wish to be a Stoic, you must first realize what is within your power. To help others around you, you must first help yourself master your mind, your reactions to internal and external events, and your habits and impulses. Only then can you walk the path of the Stoic and begin your journey to self-mastery. This passage encapsulates the essence of the dichotomy of control, emphasizing the need to first master oneself before attempting to influence the world around us. Self-mastery begins with understanding and controlling our own thoughts, reactions, and habits. In practice, this means consciously choosing how we respond to adversity. When faced with a difficult situation, the Stoic asks, "Is this within my control?" If the answer is no, they accept the situation with grace and focus on their internal response. If the answer is yes, they take action to improve the situation, while still accepting the possibility of an unfavorable outcome. This approach allows us to navigate life's challenges with a sense of agency and resilience. B. Virtue as the ultimate good, living in accordance with nature. For the Stoics, virtue is the only true good. It is the source of happiness, fulfillment, and a meaningful life. Virtue encompasses qualities such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Living in accordance with these virtues means aligning our actions with reason, justice, and the natural order of the universe. This pursuit of virtue is not merely a matter of abstract principles, but a practical guide to living a life of integrity and purpose. The Stoics believe that the universe operates according to a rational order, and that humans, as rational beings, are meant to live in harmony with this order. This means understanding our place in the grand scheme of things, recognizing our interconnectedness with others, and acting in a way that benefits the common good. By cultivating virtue, we align ourselves with this natural order, leading to a sense of inner peace and fulfillment. The transcript emphasizes the importance of living according to our virtues, Stoic path to greatness requires focused attention and mindfulness. It is a lifelong journey with a mindset to constantly improve and live according to our virtues in the grand tapestry of existence. This passage underscores the idea that the Stoic path is a continuous process of self-improvement, guided by the pursuit of virtue. It also highlights the interconnectedness of all beings, reminding us that our actions have consequences for others and for the world around us. In practice, living virtuously means making conscious choices that align with our values. It means acting with integrity, even when it is difficult. It means treating others with respect and compassion, even when they do not deserve it. It means facing challenges with courage and resilience, knowing that we are acting in accordance with our highest principles. C. Acceptance of fate, embracing impermanence and change. Stoicism teaches us to accept the inevitability of fate, the understanding that life is filled with impermanence and change. Everything is in a constant state of flux, and we cannot control the external events that shape our lives. Resisting this reality only leads to suffering and frustration. The Stoic, therefore, embraces impermanence and change, accepting the good with gratitude and the bad with equanimity. This acceptance of fate does not mean resignation or passivity. It means recognizing that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. We can choose to face adversity with courage and resilience, learning from our experiences and growing stronger as a result. We can choose to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, while accepting the rest with grace. The transcript alludes to the importance of accepting fate. In the grand tapestry of existence, all of us alive today were brought here by fate. Reflect on the rarity and beauty of your own existence, the unbroken chain of events that led to you being here now. It's a story of resilience, a testament to the strength and perseverance of those who came before us. We must always remember that life is a gift. This passage encourages us to reflect on the improbable nature of our own existence, recognizing that we are all products of fate. It also emphasizes the importance of appreciating the present moment, knowing that it is a gift that may not last forever. In practice, accepting fate means letting go of our attachment to outcomes. It means focusing on the process rather than the result. It means understanding that setbacks are inevitable and that they can be opportunities for growth. It means living in the present moment, appreciating the beauty and fragility of life, and accepting whatever comes our way with equanimity. 2. Mastering your mind, the Stoic path to emotional resilience. A. Recognizing and challenging negative thoughts, the power of cognitive restructuring. Stoicism places a strong emphasis on the power of our thoughts to shape our emotions and experiences. Negative thoughts, such as fear, anger, and anxiety, can lead to suffering and hinder our ability to live a virtuous life. The Stoic, therefore, cultivates a practice of cognitive restructuring, the ability to recognize and challenge negative thoughts, replacing them with more rational and constructive ones. This process begins with becoming aware of our thought patterns. We must learn to observe our thoughts without judgment, recognizing them as mental events that are not necessarily true. Once we have identified a negative thought, we can then challenge its validity. We can ask ourselves, is this thought based on facts or assumptions? Is it helpful or harmful? What evidence is there to support or contradict this thought? By questioning our negative thoughts, we can often discover that they are based on irrational fears or distorted perceptions. We can then replace these thoughts with more rational and constructive ones, focusing on the positive aspects of the situation and identifying ways to take action. This process of cognitive restructuring can be a powerful tool for managing our emotions and building resilience. The transcript highlights the importance of controlling our emotions. A Stoic isn't emotionless. In fact, it's the opposite. A Stoic feels strong emotions, but he chooses to be indifferent to it and act rationally. Therefore, it's okay to be hurt, it's okay to be sad, but it's not okay to be ruled by these things. Your ruling reason must control the emotions and make the decisions. This passage clarifies that Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but about managing them through reason and self-control. It emphasizes the importance of acknowledging our emotions, but not allowing them to dictate our actions. In practice, cognitive restructuring means challenging our negative thoughts in the moment. When we feel anxious, we can ask ourselves, what am I afraid of? Is my fear rational? What is the worst that could happen? By questioning our fears, we can often realize that they are unfounded or exaggerated. We can then replace our fear with a more rational perspective, focusing on what we can control and taking action to mitigate the risks. B. Cultivating mindfulness, anchoring yourself in the present moment. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It involves observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting carried away by them. By cultivating mindfulness, we can anchor ourselves in the present moment, reducing our anxiety about the future and our regrets about the past. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment, as it is the only moment that we can actually control. Dwelling on the past or worrying about the future is futile, as it only distracts us from the task at hand. By focusing our attention on the present moment, we can make the most of our time and energy, living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The transcript emphasizes the importance of appreciating the present moment. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius once said, capturing the essence of our fleeting yet infinitely valuable existence, life with all its trials and triumphs is indeed a gift. Each day we are afforded is another chance to shape our destiny, to make our ancestors proud, and to honor the legacy we will one day leave behind. This passage encourages us to appreciate the simple joys of life, such as breathing, thinking, and loving. It reminds us that each day is a precious gift and that we should use it wisely. In practice, cultivating mindfulness means practicing techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and mindful walking. These practices help us to focus our attention on the present moment, reducing our mental chatter and increasing our awareness of our thoughts and feelings. We can also practice mindfulness in our everyday activities, such as eating, working, and talking to others. By paying attention to the present moment, we can appreciate the beauty and richness of life and reduce our stress and anxiety. C. Practicing negative visualization, preparing for adversity with equanimity. Negative visualization is the practice of imagining negative events, such as illness, loss, or failure. This may seem counterintuitive, but the Stoics believed that it is a powerful tool for preparing for adversity and cultivating gratitude for what we have. By imagining negative events, we can appreciate the fragility of life and the importance of living in the present moment. We can also reduce our fear of these events, knowing that we have already considered them and prepared ourselves to cope. Negative visualization does not mean dwelling on negative thoughts or becoming pessimistic. It means facing the reality of impermanence and change and preparing ourselves to respond with equanimity. By considering the worst-case scenario, we can appreciate the good things in our lives and reduce our anxiety about the future. The transcript does not explicitly mention negative visualization, but it alludes to the importance of preparing for adversity. Didn't get the results you wanted? Good, more fuel for your fire. Unexpected problems arise. Good, an opportunity to test your resolve and ingenuity. This passage suggests that we should view setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than as reasons for despair. It implies that we should be prepared for adversity and that we should use it to strengthen our resolve and ingenuity. In practice, negative visualization means taking time to imagine negative events and consider how we would respond. We can ask ourselves, what if I lost my job? What if I became ill? What if I lost a loved one? By considering these scenarios, we can develop a plan for coping with them, reducing our fear and increasing our resilience. We can also appreciate the good things in our lives, knowing that they are not guaranteed. 3. Building resilience, overcoming challenges with strength and wisdom. A. Reframing adversity as opportunity, finding growth in difficulties. Stoicism teaches us to reframe adversity as an opportunity for growth. Instead of viewing challenges as setbacks, we can see them as tests of our character and opportunities to develop our virtues. This mindset allows us to face adversity with courage and resilience, knowing that we can learn from our experiences and emerge stronger as a result. The transcript emphasizes the importance of reframing adversity. Living in comfort makes a man weak. The Stoics warn the more you dodge discomfort, the more life controls you. That's why Stoicism reminds us that real strength is carved from facing life's blows head-on. Because when a man faces life's challenges, he learns and adapts. He becomes more resilient. He learns how to manage emotions better. It's like exercise for his character. The more he works through the struggles, the stronger and more capable he becomes. Just as muscles grow when they are pushed and strained, your abilities, confidence, and mental fortitude expand when tested by life's resistance. Therefore, remember this Stoic rule: difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Seneca famously stated, fire tests, gold suffering tests brave men. It is in the moments of our greatest challenges that our true character is tested and shaped. Think of hardship as a sculpt, as chisel. Each strike, while it may seem harsh, is artfully removing what is superfluous, revealing the masterpiece within. By adopting this perspective, we can transform our darkest moments into opportunities for personal enlightenment and strength. This passage highlights the idea that adversity is essential for growth. It compares facing challenges to exercise, suggesting that the more we struggle, the stronger we become. It also uses the metaphor of a sculptor, suggesting that hardship can help us to reveal our true potential. In practice, reframing adversity means looking for the lessons in every challenge. When we face a setback, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this experience? How can I grow as a person? How can I use this challenge to develop my virtues? By reframing adversity, we can transform it from a source of pain into an opportunity for growth. B. Focusing on what you can control. Taking action in the face of uncertainty. When faced with adversity, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless. However, Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and reactions. By taking action in the face of uncertainty, we can regain a sense of agency and move forward with confidence. This does not mean that we can control the outcome of every situation. It means that we can control our response to the situation. We can choose to face adversity with courage, resilience, and wisdom. We can choose to take action that aligns with our values and goals. By focusing on what we can control, we can navigate life's challenges with a sense of purpose and direction. The transcript emphasizes the importance of focusing on what we can control. In embracing the Stoic way, we acknowledge the impermanence of life and the invaluable treasure of time. We learn to see every setback as a setup for a comeback, every loss as a lesson in disguise, and every moment as a step on the path to achieving our highest potential. It reminds us that while we cannot control the winds of fate, we can adjust our sails, navigating through life's storms with a heart full of gratitude. In a spirit unbroken, let us live our lives with the conviction that we can achieve what we set our minds to, wielding our most powerful tool, the mind, to carve a path of virtue guided by the enduring light of Stoicism. This passage highlights the idea that we can control our response to external events, even if we cannot control the events themselves. It uses the metaphor of adjusting our sails, suggesting that we can adapt to changing circumstances and navigate through life's storms. In practice, focusing on what you can control means taking action, no matter how small. When faced with a difficult situation, we can ask ourselves, what can I do to improve this situation? What action can I take that aligns with my values? By taking action, we can regain a sense of agency and move forward with confidence, even in the face of uncertainty. C. Remembering past triumphs, drawing strength from experience. When faced with adversity, it can be helpful to remember past triumphs. Remembering the challenges that we have overcome in the past can give us the strength and confidence to face new challenges. It reminds us that we are capable of overcoming obstacles and achieving our goals. The transcript emphasizes the importance of remembering past triumphs. Marcus Aurelius told himself, "Remind yourself what you've been through and what you've had the strength to endure." Too often we forget the mountains we have climbed and the rivers we have crossed. And while we overlook our battles, both big and small, we also overlook the strength we gathered to overcome them. Elias reminds you to think of the moments when you felt overwhelmed, when the weight of the world seemed unbearable, yet here you are standing and enduring. So as you face down new challenges, let these memories not weigh you down, but lift you up, for in remembering what we have endured, we find the power to face what lies ahead. This passage reminds us that we are stronger than we think. It encourages us to reflect on our past challenges and to remember the strength and resilience that we use to overcome them. In practice, remembering past triumphs means taking time to reflect on our accomplishments. We can write down our achievements, look at old photos, or talk to friends and family about our past successes. By remembering our past triumphs, we can boost our confidence and give ourselves the strength to face new challenges. 4. Living a life of purpose and virtue. The Stoic ideal. A. Defining your values. Aligning your actions with your principles. Living a life of purpose and virtue begins with defining your values. What is important to you? What principles do you want to live by? Once you have identified your values, you can align your actions with your principles, living a life of integrity and meaning. The Stoics believe that virtue is the only true good, and that living virtuously is the key to happiness and fulfillment. Virtue encompasses qualities such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. By aligning our actions with these virtues, we can live a life of purpose and meaning. The transcript emphasizes the importance of aligning our actions with our principles. If you find yourself acting to impress others or avoiding action out of fear of what they might think, you have left the path in our pursuit of validation from those around us. We often play roles that we believe will earn us admiration and respect. However, this performance leads us away from our true calling. The Stoics understood that acting to impress or cower from action out of fear of judgment makes us puppets controlled by the ever-changing opinions of others, and thus the Stoic rule is clear: true power comes only from within, from the unwavering loyalty to your principles and dreams. The only person you're destined to become is the person you decide to be. This passage highlights the importance of living authentically rather than trying to please others. It suggests that true power comes from within, from aligning our actions with our principles. In practice, defining your values means taking time to reflect on what is important to you. You can ask yourself, what do I stand for? What principles do I want to live by? What kind of person do I want to be? Once you have identified your values, you can use them as a guide for your actions, making choices that align with your principles and living a life of integrity and meaning. B. Practicing self-discipline, cultivating habits that support your goals. Self-discipline is the ability to control your impulses and actions, choosing to do what is necessary to achieve your goals, even when it is difficult. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-discipline, as it is essential for cultivating virtue and living a life of purpose. The transcript emphasizes the importance of self-discipline. If you decide to skip training because you're just not feeling it, the missed session seems like no big deal. But it's not about the session you skipped, it's about the choice you made. That choice speaks volumes. You've just decided to be someone who dodges hard work. And thus to the Stoics, the missed training is merely a symptom. The real issue is the mentality that allowed it, because that's the person you chose to be, someone who lets feelings dictate actions, who steps back when things get hard. This passage highlights the idea that our choices define who we are. It suggests that even small acts of self-discipline can have a big impact on our character. In practice, practicing self-discipline means setting goals and creating habits that support those goals. It means making conscious choices to do what is necessary to achieve our goals, even when we don't feel like it. It means resisting temptations and staying focused on our priorities. By practicing self-discipline, we can cultivate habits that support our goals and live a life of purpose and virtue. C. Contributing to the common good, living in service to others. Stoicism teaches us that we are all interconnected and that we have a responsibility to contribute to the common good. Living in service to others is not only a moral imperative, but also a source of happiness and fulfillment. By helping others, we create a more just and compassionate world, and we find meaning in our own lives. The transcript does not explicitly mention contributing to the common good, but it alludes to the importance of helping others. If you wish to be a Stoic, you must first realize what is within your power to help others around you. You must first help yourself master your mind, your reactions to internal and external events, and your habits and impulses. Only then can you walk the path of the Stoic and begin your journey to self-mastery. This passage suggests that self-mastery is not an end in itself, but a means to helping others. It implies that by mastering ourselves, we can become better equipped to serve the world around us. In practice, contributing to the common good means finding ways to help others in our daily lives. We can volunteer our time, donate to charity, or simply offer a helping hand to someone in need. By living in service to others, we can create a more just and compassionate world, and we find meaning in our own lives. The Stoic Toolkit, practical exercises for daily living. A. Journaling, reflecting on your thoughts and actions. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-reflection and personal growth. By writing down our thoughts and actions, we can gain a clearer understanding of ourselves and our patterns. We can identify our strengths and weaknesses, and we can track our progress toward our goals. Stoicism encourages the practice of journaling as a way to examine our thoughts, reflect on our actions, and cultivate virtue. By regularly reflecting on our experiences, we can learn from our mistakes, reinforce our positive habits, and make conscious choices that align with our values. The transcript does not explicitly mention journaling, but it emphasizes the importance of self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius told himself, "Remind yourself what you've been through and what you've had the strength to endure. Too often we forget the mountains we have climbed and the rivers we have crossed, and while we overlook our battles, both big and small, we also overlook the strength we gathered to overcome them." This passage suggests that we should regularly reflect on our experiences, both positive and negative, to learn from them and grow as individuals. In practice, journaling means setting aside time each day to write down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. You can write about anything that is on your mind, from your daily activities to your long-term goals. The key is to be honest and authentic, writing without judgment or criticism. B. Meditation, cultivating inner peace and focus. Meditation is a practice that involves focusing your attention on a single point, such as your breath, a sound, or a mantra. By practicing meditation regularly, you can cultivate inner peace and focus, reducing your stress and anxiety and increasing your awareness of the present moment. Stoicism encourages the practice of meditation as a way to quiet the mind, cultivate inner peace, and develop self-control. By focusing on the present moment, we can reduce our anxiety about the future and our regrets about the past, living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The transcript does not explicitly mention meditation, but it emphasizes the importance of mindfulness. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Capturing the essence of our fleeting yet infinitely valuable existence, life, with all its trials and triumphs, is indeed a gift. Each day we are afforded is another chance to shape our destiny, to make our ancestors proud, and to honor the legacy we will one day leave behind." This passage suggests that we should start each day with gratitude and awareness, appreciating the simple joys of life. In practice, meditation means finding a quiet place where you can sit comfortably without distractions. You can focus on your breath, counting each inhale and exhale. When your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Start with just a few minutes of meditation each day, gradually increasing the duration as you become more comfortable. C. Practicing gratitude, appreciating the good things in your life. Gratitude is the practice of appreciating the good things in your life. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we can cultivate a sense of contentment and happiness. Gratitude is not just a feeling, but also a choice. We can choose to focus on the positive aspects of our lives, even in the midst of adversity. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of gratitude as a way to appreciate the present moment and to cultivate a sense of contentment. By focusing on what we have, we can reduce our desire for more, and we can find happiness in the simple joys of life. The transcript emphasizes the importance of gratitude. It's easy to lose sight of this amidst the trials and tribulations that invariably mark our journey, yet it is in these moments of challenge that the true essence of Stoicism shines brightest. This passage suggests that even in the midst of adversity, we can find things to be grateful for. In practice, practicing gratitude means taking time each day to reflect on the good things in your life. You can write down a list of things you're grateful for, or you can simply take a few moments to appreciate the beauty of the world around you. By focusing on gratitude, you can cultivate a sense of contentment and happiness, even in the midst of adversity. 6. Stoicism in the modern world. Applying ancient wisdom to contemporary challenges. A. Navigating social media. Protecting your attention and mental space. In today's digital age, social media platforms constantly bombard us with information, opinions, and distractions. It is easy to become overwhelmed and lose sight of our own values and goals. Stoicism offers practical strategies for navigating social media in a way that protects our attention and mental space. The transcript emphasizes the importance of guarding our attention. You should be extremely selective with who gets your attention because you become what you give your attention to, as said by Epictetus. In an era where boundless distractions and demands fight for a piece of our mind, this wisdom is more relevant than ever. The great thinkers of the past understood that the objects of our attention, be they people, ideas, or endeavors, inevitably influence our character. That's why you must guard your attention with the utmost care, allowing entry only to those worthy of influencing your mind. This passage suggests that we should be very selective about who and what we allow into our minds. It implies that our attention is a valuable resource that should be protected and used wisely. In practice, navigating social media with a Stoic mindset means being mindful of how we spend our time online. We can limit our exposure to social media, unfollow accounts that are negative or distracting, and focus on content that is informative, inspiring, or helpful. We can also use social media as a tool for connecting with others, sharing ideas, and contributing to the common good. B. Managing workplace stress. Finding calm in the midst of chaos. The modern workplace can be a source of stress and anxiety. Demanding deadlines, difficult colleagues, and constant pressure to perform can take a toll on our mental and physical health. Stoicism offers practical strategies for managing workplace stress and finding calm in the midst of chaos. The transcript emphasizes the importance of focusing on what we can control. The Stoics never asked for an easy life, they sought strong character. Therefore, whatever was put before them, whether difficult or easy, or whatever ever they felt, be it sadness or joy, was all neutral to them. Their only concern was how they should respond to these things. This is a life philosophy that many will never understand: to always make the best possible move regardless of what happens, to always strive for virtue. No matter the situation, to focus only on character building and view the chaos around as something that aids in this process. It is to always remember the Stoic rule that it does not matter what you bear, but how you bear it. This passage suggests that we cannot control the external events that occur in the workplace, but we can control how we respond to them. It implies that we should focus on our own character and virtue, and that we should view challenges as opportunities for growth. In practice, managing workplace stress with a Stoic mindset means focusing on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and reactions. We can set boundaries with our colleagues, prioritize our tasks, and practice mindfulness to stay grounded in the present moment. We can also reframe adversity as an opportunity for growth, learning from our mistakes and developing our virtues. C. Cultivating meaningful relationships. Building connections based on virtue and respect. Stoicism teaches us that relationships are an essential part of human life, but that they should be based on virtue and respect. We should seek to build relationships with people who share our values and who support our growth. We should also treat others with kindness and compassion, even when they do not deserve it. The transcript emphasizes the importance of choosing our companions wisely. You should be extremely selective with who gets your attention because you become what you give your attention to, as said by Epictetus, in an era where boundless distractions and demands fight for a piece of our mind. This wisdom is more relevant than ever. The great thinkers of the past understood that the objects of our attention, be they people, ideas, or endeavors, inevitably influence our character. That's why you must guard your attention with the utmost care, allowing entry only to those worthy of influencing your mind. This passage suggests that we should be careful about who we surround ourselves with, as they can have a significant impact on our character. In practice, cultivating meaningful relationships with a Stoic mindset means choosing our companions wisely and treating others with kindness and compassion. We can seek out relationships with people who share our values and who support our growth. We can also practice active listening, empathy, and forgiveness in our relationships, building strong connections based on virtue and respect. 7. Overcoming common obstacles on the Stoic path. A. The trap of external validation. Finding worth within yourself. One of the biggest challenges on the Stoic path is overcoming the desire for external validation. We often seek approval from others, measuring our worth by their opinions and achievements. However, Stoicism teaches us that true worth comes from within, from cultivating virtue and living in accordance with our values. The transcript addresses the trap of external validation directly. If you find yourself acting to impress others or avoiding action out of fear of what they might think, you have left the path in our pursuit of validation from those around us. We often play roles that we believe will earn us admiration and respect. However, this performance leads us away from our true calling. The Stoics understood that acting to impress or cower from action out of fear of judgment makes us puppets controlled by the ever-changing opinions of others, and thus the Stoic rule is clear: true power comes only from within, from the unwavering loyalty to your principles and dreams. The only person you're destined to become is the person you decide to be. This is a core message, warning against seeking worth from external sources and emphasizing the importance of inner strength and self-determination. To overcome this obstacle, it's vital to identify the sources of your desire for approval. Are you seeking validation from family, friends, social media, or your career? Once you've identified the sources, practice consciously shifting your focus to internal measures of success. Instead of asking, "What will others think?" ask, "Am I living in accordance with my values? And am I striving to be the best version of myself?" Cultivate self-compassion and acceptance, understanding that imperfections are a natural part of the human experience. B. The illusion of control, accepting what you cannot change. Another common obstacle is the illusion of control, the belief that we can control external events and the actions of others. Stoicism teaches us to accept what we cannot change, focusing our energy on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and reactions. The Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control is central here. Recognizing the limits of your influence is crucial. When faced with uncontrollable situations, practice acceptance. This doesn't mean resignation, but rather a conscious choice not to expend energy fighting against the inevitable. Use the time and energy you save to focus on your internal state, your reactions, and the choices you can make within the given circumstances. Remind yourself that your worth is not tied to external outcomes. C. The fear of discomfort. Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. The fear of discomfort can also hinder our progress on the Stoic path. We often avoid challenges and seek comfort, but Stoicism teaches us that growth comes from facing adversity. By embracing challenges, we can develop our virtues and build resilience. The transcript explicitly states, "Living in comfort makes a man weak." The Stoics warn the more you dodge discomfort, the more life controls you. That's why Stoicism reminds us that real strength is carved from facing life's blows head-on. Because when a man faces life's challenges, he learns and adapts. He becomes more resilient. He learns how to manage emotions better. It's like exercise for his character. The more he works through the struggles, the stronger and more capable he becomes. Just as muscles grow when they are pushed and strained, your abilities, confidence, and mental fortitude expand when tested by life's resistance. Therefore, remember this Stoic rule: difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. This powerful excerpt underscores the importance of actively seeking challenges to build strength and resilience. To overcome this fear, start small. Identify areas in your life where you're avoiding discomfort. Is it a difficult conversation, a challenging project, or a new skill? Gradually expose yourself to these situations, building your tolerance for discomfort over time. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth, reminding yourself that you'll emerge stronger and more capable as a result. 8. The enduring legacy of Stoicism, a timeless guide for a meaningful life. Stoicism is not just an ancient philosophy, but a timeless guide for living a meaningful life. Its principles are as relevant today as they were centuries ago, offering a path to self-mastery, inner peace, and a life of purpose and virtue. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus continue to inspire and guide people from all walks of life. Modern interpretations of Stoicism are helping people to navigate the challenges of the 21st century, from managing stress and anxiety to building resilience and cultivating meaningful relationships. The enduring legacy of Stoicism lies in its practicality and its focus on what is within our control. By mastering our minds, managing our emotions, building resilience, and living a life of purpose and virtue, we can transform our lives and create a more just and compassionate world. Conclusion: embracing the journey. The path to self-mastery is a lifelong journey, not a destination. It requires dedication, effort, and a willingness to embrace challenges. But the rewards are well worth the effort. By embracing the Stoic principles, we could transform our lives, overcome adversity, and unlock our full potential. We can live a life of purpose, virtue, and inner peace, creating a more just and compassionate world for ourselves and for others. So, let's embark on this journey with courage, wisdom, and gratitude, knowing that we have the power to shape our own destinies and to live a life worthy of the Stoic ideal.